Hi folks, it's me, Fernando Mata. Um, I know I haven't uploaded anything for a while. I am busy right now. So I want to do like similar to my other video, like my top 10 favorite non-Disney animated movies. I want to do like a little more of those. I'm hoping to do another one next week or something like that. So today I want to talk about one of my favorite animation studios in honor of their 40th anniversary. My top 10 favorite Pixar movies. I have talked about how I wasn't into Elio in my previous video. I don't hate it, but after thinking, like, it's a fine movie for what it is, but it doesn't grab me as much as the other Pixar movies. Lightyear, that movie's bad. Again, not awful, it's not bad by all means. Like, it's also not as good. Anyway, I want to talk about my favorite Pixar movies because I grew up with a lot of them the same way as I did with the Disney movies. Yes, next week will be my top 10 favorite Disney movies. So, so let's start off. Number 10 is Coco. Now my when I did like my non-favorite Disney movies, I mean my favorite non-Disney movies, I said like I said Book of Life was the better film, but I still really like Coco. I am half Mexican, so and me and my family loves this movie. And yeah, it's like the backgrounds of the of the forgot the name. Sorry, the Land of the Dead. Yes, like it's amazing. Like comparing like this to Book of Life, like this has like it feels bigger. Like book well, that one had good backgrounds too. Like, well, this one feels like huge, and and the music's really good. Remember Me, like how they build up the song to like a really popular one, but and even kind of funny when they show like the villain Ernesto like dies during that song, but then later it's like then it's shown in like an emotional way to when Hector sings it to Coco, which is really sad and sweet. And again, when Miguel sings it to Mama Coco, that has to be one of the best Pixar moments. It's sad and emotional, and when we see like Mama Coco had the picture of Hector, amazing. Even like the villain, like yeah, well, some of Disney's and Pixar's twist villains are not that great. Yeah, as people say, some are fine. Well, like this one actually does make sense. Like for a while, at first we believe like Ernesto is related to Miguel, but then when like they showed what happened between him and Hector, it really works. Like it kind of makes sense why he would betray him. Like even like Hector's backstory, like where he actually did try to go home, but then he got poisoned, and then and then the family thinks he left them, but he was actually trying to get home. Like that's that's actually really creative. Like they don't like they don't make like Hector the selfish character. Well, kind of, but like majority of the time, like he's trying to get back home, to see Coco. So yeah, this movie is really good. Number 9, it's Inside Out 2. Yeah, I remember when I first saw the trailer for this, like my sister's like, man, you gotta see this. And I saw like at least like the first 10 seconds, I was like, yeah, nice try. This is fake. I've seen these type of trailers, but I was like shocked, like when in the part where they showed like the puberty button, like I was like, wait, that's new, and I was shocked for the new footage, and I was pretty excited when I saw it. Yeah, it was just as good as the first one. Wait, like they show new emotions, like anxiety does work. Like they don't make her the villain. She's the antagonist, but not the villain. Like she actually does want to help Riley in her own way. and like how some of the new emotions interact with the other ones. Like how embarrassment does help out sadness, which yeah they are similar. Or when fear like kind of has a crush on anxiety. Like it kind of makes sense, but it is funny. Like even like when they have like a Dora the like Bl- Bluefy character. Bluefy character who's like a Dora knockoff. Like when he like talks to like the wall, like seen this a lot, but when I first saw it, like it was funny. Like I feel like I said, "Oh, what's that? It's cute," but it was like funny. And even like on the video game guy, like he does kind of look like a character from a video game. I didn't notice it at first, but like seeing the detail on him, like does work. I do like how the emotions are interacting more, cause like in the first one it was like just joy and sadness, which does work. And while I do like how they have like fear, disgust, and anger have major roles in this, and then joy and sadness are closer friends. And then when the ending, when it, like when Riley wants joy, like I remember when me and my sister first saw this, she was like, we were kind of like, we thought like she was like gonna disappear, like pieces out or flying off to. Then when we saw like go to like the control panel, we were like, oh, okay. So it is probably one of Pixar's best films because the other ones weren't doing so well. They weren't bad, but they weren't like the bigger hits. So yeah, it was really nice to see them like get back on track. You know, I mean, number 8, the first Inside Out. I feel like a lot of you are gonna say is like that should be like top 5 or 3, but I do like it, but I kind of like the other ones a little more better. So yeah, the first Inside Out was really good. Um, the journey, joy, and sadness, like they are opposites, but they work off each other. And then Bing Bong, he's a funny character. They could have like made him like an Olaf kind of character, like, but when he died, like when he disappears, like it is really sad. And yeah, I remember times when I was little, like I would cry a lot of these scenes, like like when the ending scene when Riley, when like near the end, like when Joy sees like all the memory, like the memories that that was forgotten, or like when she gives all the emotions, the core memories to sadness, like she trusts her, and then when sadness like plays them, like during when Riley comes home, and like that really works. And I remember it's both sad and emotional. A part of me does wish like the other emotions like fear, disgust, and anger would go, but I feel like having there at the control panel, like trying to navigate things, kind of does work a little more. I do kind of like seeing like Joy and Sanders interact more, cause like Joy like puts her aside, but like seeing like team up makes sense. Oh yeah, by the way, both these movies are really creative. I forgot to mention the other one, like, or Imagination Island. Like they're in the second one, they use it against her, which does work, and like this. Oh yeah, when in the first one, like the statue things, like the friendship, the truth, like when they, like when the first one, like the goofball island, like it doesn't feel like a big deal, but like when it falls and then when Joy remembers the memories, like it's really emotional. You feel legit bad. So definitely one of Pixar's best films. Number 7 is Finding Nemo. I actually have kind of a funny history with that movie. Like whenever I would go to places like parties or even at times bowling, like they always play that movie. I think at the sometimes at the dentist they would play it. Like whenever I see that movie playing, like oh yeah, I kind of oh yeah, like I remember a lot of stuff. Kind of like when I went trick or treating and they were playing Moana. I was like, oh, oh yeah, I kind of want to check that out. Like that kind of feeling I have. So I think when I first or the third time went bowling and they played that movie, I was like, I kind of want to watch that movie. Cause yeah, I did grow up with that movie. Like, I thought it was fine, but like when I rewatched it, I was like, oh yeah, this is way better than I remembered. But yeah, that's why it's in my top 10 or 7 in this case. The underwater, like the relationship between Marlin and like his relationship with Dory and Nemo are really good. Like he's not like he's not the type of like, and literally like the first 10 minutes, like they show like his relationship with his wife and the eggs, but then it gets taken away from him from another fish, which yes was scary for 5-year-old me, but like when Nemo's there and he has them, like you understand why he would be overprotective for him, like something like Lion King 2 or like Simba, like literally like when Kiara's a cub, like he's literally overprotected, like they don't explain it that much. And then Dory, like, again, she would be like a comic relief. Like yeah, she's really charming and funny. I have heard like people who don't like Ellen DeGeneres, her actor, but I don't really look into like actors' histories. I mean, I know them from their movies, but she's really funny. Like even like her short-term memory loss, you think that would get old, but it doesn't really. Like I always like her and Marlin interacting off each other, and then Nemo's friendship with his quick friendship with the Tank Gang. And like, and all the cool characters we see, like Crush, Bruce, Gil, and Nigel. Yeah, Nigel. And yeah, even back then I had no idea this took place in Australia. Like around the time I was like 2 or 3 years later, I realized, oh wait, this takes place in Australia. I never knew that. So yeah, so even though I remember playing everywhere, not like in a Frozen way, I do like Frozen. The more like the way it was played everywhere, I was like, I kind of want to check that out. So yeah, it was shown a lot, and it ended up being like my top 7. Yeah, 7. Number 6, Monsters Inc. Yeah, I've always had a strong soft spot for this movie. Like the world is really creative. Like they have a reason like to scare the kids. Like it's for like electricity, and that's really smart. And then the friendship between Sully and Mike is really funny. I always like seeing these two interact with one another. And then Boo and Sully's relationship is really cute and heartwarming. I remember like when he says every time he would say goodbye to her, I remember always crying to that scene. And Randall has to be like my favorite Pixar villain. I know people would say theirs would be Syndrome or Charles Muntz, and those are my favorite, but I don't know why. Growing up, Randall was always my favorite. I love his design, and he's played by a good actor, Steve Buscemi. And I like how he's not a twist villain or something. Like he's just like a bully or rival. Like he doesn't need to pretend to be nice to them, and then he's evil like Water News. Like he does actually work well. Like he is built up as he is a twist villain, but like after they get rid of like Mike and Sully to the snow world, he's like mad at Randall. Like you got rid of my best scarer. Like he didn't actually mean it. Like when he didn't mean like to get rid of Mike and Sully. And like the door climax like has to be like one of the best Pixar climax. So I remember it does kind of go long. Mainly takes place in this this I, like the job place, but I do like it fine. See, I remember growing up with this movie a lot, so yeah, it's yeah, it's one of my favorites. Number five, Wally. Back then, I always thought this movie. I always went back and forth to say it's really good or it's boring. I remember I was being when I was little. I remember like the stuff on the planet like like takes a bit too long to go to see the humans, and that part goes too long. The more I get older, I was like, yeah, this is way better than I remember. It, and yeah, this came out the same year I was born, so I have a real strong connection to this movie. I like how the robots like they don't talk though. Like it's kind of like Pokemon, like they only say like their names, which does work. Like even like Wally like doesn't talk. He doesn't have like eyebrows or a mouth. Like just his eyes. Like when they move, like you feel what he's feeling, and he's really funny. Like, I actually don't mind like like even when he's in the planet. Like I mean when he's in Earth. Like now I don't mind it. I like the music though. I mainly like in the opening. Like it's a little intense, kind of. Like when he's like traveling through Earth and it's all covered in trash. Like the music, like I don't know why, but it's really good. And for some reason, intense. Even when Eve arrives, like the music's really intense. This red dot. I remember like as a kid being intense that I've seen, and then Wally and Eve are really cute, and like the spaceship, like is like it's huge. It's creative. I was even surprised when I got older. I was like, wait, this like takes place like years later, like year 3000 or something. I like the space captain. He's pretty funny too, and Mo, yeah, he's really funny. So yeah, definitely a personal favorite of mine. Yeah. Number four is the first Toy Story because it's Toy Story. I mean, for their first movie, like they did a really good job. I remember, I remember like a few months ago, like I think when they announced the first Toy Story movie, like I mean, they first announced the fifth Toy Story movie. Like, now I kind of want to rewatch those. Like it's kind of been a while, so I rewatched it. I watched them in order. I saw the first one. I was like, what? Yeah, this is way better than I remembered. See, yeah, the for like, I don't- yeah. Like it has like a lot, like wait, has a lot of good talents in this. Like my introduction to these actors, like whenever I like see them in other films, I still think back to Toy Story, like Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Wallace Shawn, Don Rickles, John Ratzenberg. I think that's his name. He's in every movie. Yeah, like the journey like Buzz and Woody go to is really good. I love seeing these two interact with one another. And when like Woody, like when Buzz is tied to the rocket, and then like Woody talks to him in the cage, like 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 the talk is really good. And when Buzz finds out he's a toy, like the music, and like when he falls, like you feel that the impact though. And when he finally flies, again, one of Pixar's best moments when he flies, one of their most iconic moments. And Buzz thinking he's a toy you think would get old quick, but it's pretty funny. I love seeing him and Woody. I am anxious for part 5. It has been a while these movies, like they've done anything Toy Story related. Maybe the fifth one will be good. Who knows? And for like studios for like their first movie, I think this one would be my favorite. Like, I think yeah, like it's really good. Yeah. No, number three, Up. Yeah, I grew up with this movie a lot. I like it's still really good. Me, when we see like young Ellie and Carl, like he's reading the book, the balloon comes, he gets scared. Like when Ellie says, "Hey kid," and when Carl screams like a little girl and hits himself, like my family would always, me and my mom and sister would always quote that. It's really funny. And yeah, you know when me and my sister watched this movie around this year, like they show like their married life. I was like, yeah, and then she dies. Like that's really wrong for me to say, but yeah, people do joke about that scene. Like you can just slap like the end, like the first 15 minutes, I think. When she dies though, like when she passes away though, actually, like when Carl does the balloon thing, like it's still really sad. And even when he like looks through the book, like he sees like the new memory she made. Like something I didn't notice when I saw like another reviewer, I think. Like he pointed out like Carl. I mean, when Russell mentions like him and his dad, like they did like simple things or something, like the car, like when they eat ice cream, they're counting cars. Like I didn't think about that much when he brought out like that was similar to what Ellie did in her book with Carl. Like I never noticed that. That's really smart. And then the relationship between Carl and Russell really work. Like I always remember when I've watched this movie, like the first opening like feels I don't know why, like when they show like the movie Charles Munson's backstory. Or like I don't know why that I always feel cinematic for some reason. Like that movie's like 20 years old almost. I don't know why. But and then the dogs are really Doug is really funny and likable. The bird doesn't talk, but it's always funny. Kevin's really funny. Like Doug doesn't like talk like the collar, like he feels like an actual dog. Even like Alpha, like you think like he's gonna have like this deep, intimidating voice, but no, he sounds like Alvin the Chipmunk, and it's really funny. Like the landscapes are amazing. I never been to South America or studied it, but it's like jaw dropping. The same for like when the balloons are connected to the house. Like again, one of Pixar's best moments. Yeah. So yeah, a real personal favorite of mine. I really love this movie. Number two, Toy Story 2. Get it? Toy Story 2 is 2. Anyway, back when I was doing like when I was rewatching the Toy Story movies, like I said, like I saw like the first two on the same day, and then when the third one when my sister moved to college, I came home from school, like, yeah, I want to watch that movie. I watched it and I cried all the way through when Andy gave away the toys. Like I needed that kind of. Anyway, Toy Story 2. Like when I rewatched it, I was like, yeah, I forget how really good it is. I think this is like my favorite out of the Toy Story movies. I don't know why, but like it really clicked to me rewatching that movie. I remember thinking that movie was fine, but rewatching it, it's like, yeah, it's really better than I remembered. Like the new characters they show, Jessie, Tinky Pete, Bullseye, Mrs. Potato Head, Barbie, like she was actually meant to be like Woody's girlfriend in the first one, but they couldn't get the rights, and they made Bo Peep, and then and have Ariel's voice come out of all the Barbies, who knew that'd be like the right person to voice a Disney version of Barbie? Like, anyway, and something I didn't notice when I saw like the Nostalgia Critics review the Toy Story 2, like he brought up like when they're near the elevator, like Buzz like does the same thing. Like, oh yeah, by the way, the opening where like Buzz like that feels cinematic, better than the Lightyear movie. I mean, like, I never noticed like that's eerily like his like the opening with Buzz in the space world in the planet is similar to what happens when they're in the elevator. I've seen that movie a lot, and I'm embarrassed to say I had no idea that detail. It really works. And like Woody's like adventure, like it's really good. Like you don't know what side like a part of him like a part of you wants him to go back to Andy, but still like Andy's gonna grow up, and then Woody could go somewhere like he can be loved by lots of children. And then Jesse is a good character. So is like the prospector. Yeah, he's a twist villain, but like here it works. Like all the villains in the Pixar movie are actually good. Randall, Charles Muntz, Syndrome, Stinky Pete, they do work still. Yeah, I forgot to. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I actually forgot to like mention like Charles Munson up. Like he's a good villain. Forgot to bring that up. Sorry. Out of order right now. Like seeing like the toys like team up is really good. I like seeing Ham, Mr. Potato Head, Rex, Slinky, and Buzz interact. Even like when we get like a second, but like another version of Buzz where he's like the first movie, like it's still really funny. And the climax is also pretty good when they're at the airport. Like kind of like Monsters Inc. That's really it's kind of cool. I mean, like it is small, like what, like to a toy like that place is big. So yeah, definitely one of their best sequels. And number 1, Ratatouille. Has to be my favorite Pixar, Disney, animated movies in general of all time. Like I kind of went back and forth to say like the Super Mario Brothers or Ratatouille, like which one was my favorite animated film. But then rethinking about it, I was like, this is the movie I grew up with. The movie I'm always happy to see merchandise. The movie I want to see a sequel of. Like just this is hands down hands down my favorite movie. I do not know why, but I love it so much. I remember always rewatching that. I remember watching that movie so many times. Like the huge world. Like Remy is one of the best Pixar characters. Like when we like see like like all these places he goes to, like the sewer, like that feels huge and really intense. And Paris, like it's amazing. I've never been to Paris, but it's amazing. And then Remy and Linguini have a really great friendship. I could see like people being like split on this, like say, yeah, he kind of wants to use Surratt to get out of his job, but I still really love seeing these two together. And having like Gusteau as like his ghost form appearing to like Remy, like apart, like yeah, this is Remy's imagination. This can't be like the real guy. Even like he brings it up, like Gusteau still gives him like good advice. Like it's really good. And then the ending, like when Ego eats the ratatouille and he remembers his childhood. Like when he eats, like after his flashback, he like eats, like he's really happy eating it again. It really works. Even like when Skinner, like the little boss, like he eats it and he almost likes it till he realized like that's really funny. And, like the ending where like Anton Ego's, did I call it Gusteau? Anyway, when Anton I think I got their names mixed up. I think like when his review. Like as a kid, I didn't really think back, but when I got older and listened to more like his review, like it again, it really works. Like, works. I remember always watching this movie a lot of time. I don't know. It like felt huge to me. It does like focus on a little character in a huge world, but I don't know why, but it feels impactful for me. I am hoping they make like anything Ratatouille related. Like always makes me happy. Like the Disney ride. I've always wanted to go on that ride. Right, I think it's in Paris. But I've always wanted. Like when I see like Ratatouille merchandise, I was like, yeah, I actually do want that. And I even got really excited when they said like they're working on a second one. Like, all the characters do really work well. Like Remy, like yeah, he's a part of you like say yeah, him and Linguini kind of go back at each other. Like Linguini doesn't like he almost like shows him to Claudette, or like when Remy almost steals from him because they got because Linguini pretends like he thought of the food himself in the interview, but like still like when Remy comes back and all the chefs are gonna kill him, like he still defends them. Like you do feel really a real friendship between these two, and I do like for like most movies where like they save the restaurant, but here they don't. Like as a kid, I never realized that, but as I got older, I was like oh, that's kind of sucks. Even like I never realized when that Ego lost his job after that, and then when he's doing well at their new restaurant. Like I never noticed that as a kid, but again, in most, I think like the restaurant will be saved. Ego keeps his job, but I like how things kind of don't go well. In most movies, I get like bummed out about it, but here I don't actually mind it. Even like the end credits, like I don't like the rest of the movie. Like it feels big for some reason, imaginative. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. So, do you guys want to see more of this? Would you like me like talk about like more top 10s movie videos or something like that? Let me know in the comments. See you next time. Take care.